That's right.
He owned a team or something. She was all right.
Yeah. Did you work with her?
I took her under my wing. I showed her a few tricks.
Sure. I mean,
she wasn't very helpful on there.
Very good. Okay, now that we're on camera.
Exactly. My goodness, what was that about?
Take the tape across the hall there. Well, what was more intimidating, the prospect working with Jennifer Lopez or Jane Fonda to you?
That's actually a good question. I never thought of that. I think both for different reasons. And meeting them that first day, I immediately felt at ease, which is a testament to how sweet and nurturing they are. But the night before was not a good night. A lot of tossing and turning and thinking, oh my God, I'm actually going to be in a scene with Jane Fonda and Jennifer. How am I not going to projectile vomit in the costume? Which is never a good thing on the first day.
We didn't see that in the film, so obviously they were able to cut. Okay, very good.
I knew that might happen, so I had water for breakfast.
A clear liquid is always a good choice when you're going to throw up.
Really going into a different direction. But no, I definitely was nervous because you're talking about two icons of our business and two people who I respect and think, just in Hollywood alone as actresses are incredibly talented, and that's forgetting all the other amazing parts of their careers and their interests.
Sure.
I just, my main concern was, not far from what I just said, was kind of just fit in. The first couple days, week or so, just feel out the set and feel out, where you fit in and what's okay and what's not, and let the ladies run the show and you'll be fine. But they made me feel so welcome right away that I just sort of thought, oh, I guess I'm part of the show. And Robert Luketic, the director, also such a nice guy, creates such a fun atmosphere on set. I think that permeates throughout and makes everyone enjoy coming to work. Which is not always the case in Hollywood, as you might have heard.
Well, go ahead and tell us all.
Well, I personally have been, in a couple of situations that are not fun.
Mm-hmm.
And what you tend to spend a lot of time in your trailer when that happens, because you just sort of, all right, I don't want to be part of this. Because sometimes I think people honestly believes, because I speak good American. I honestly believe that sometimes people think that they're finding a cure for AIDS along with making a movie. And you know what? You're not. You're making a movie, buddy, so lighten up.
Right. Well, that's what shows on the screen. It seems like everybody had a great time. And life doesn't have to be that hard.
Exactly. And I suppose that's, a lot more feasible when you're making a romantic comedy as opposed to drama, because the atmosphere on set is fun, and you can laugh between takes. If you're playing a psycho killer who's just murdered, 17 people, I guess laughing between takes wouldn't maybe take you out of your character a bit, but so definitely, it had all the elements to have a great time and to make a great movie and to learn for me. And I was lucky that all those things came true, because often they don't.
Sure. Let's talk about the kick scene. But that's great. You talk well. It's better than the,
You're right. People's believes that really well.
Let's talk about the kick scene. That's just amazing. In the fact, I'm sure there were several takes of that, and you look up and that's Jane Fonda.
Let's talk about the cake scene that made me so bitter. The cake scene, there was a take in the cake scene where I lose my mind. And Robert gave me the okay, where I literally, because, it's all part of my mother's fantasy in this moment. So I just thought, well, here's my one opportunity to do something that's not, hi, I'm Ken doll, hello. So I decided to lose my mind, and I literally started clapping and screaming cake and throwing cake in the air. And I think at one point in one of the takes, I literally started crying out of sheer insanity, and just, which I was very pleased about. And apparently they tested that, and people said, what's happened? It scared people to no end, and it was cut out of the movie. So I was very bitter. But the cake scene is pretty hilarious. When she starts slamming her head, I mean, come on. Is anything funnier than watching Jane slam Jennifer's head into that wedding cake?
It doesn't get better than that. Let's talk about some other beliefs. No, in the sense that you mentioned that the Ken doll, in the sense that this movie, it starts and you're the guy running on the beach, and there's these. If they were in slow motion, they felt like they were in slow motion. Probably for you too.
Yes. Long day.
Now, when you go to the film with your buddies, do they give you a lot of grief about these kind of things?
Endless. And you know what? I wouldn't have it any other way. I agreed to do it. I read the script. I knew what I was getting into. The reason something like that isn't all that horrible is because it's clearly a spoof on Splash, or 10, sorry.
Right.
So, I just wish that maybe I could have tricked or something, made it a little more or less, hey, look at this guy, thinks he's really hot with his shirt off, jogging down the, what a moron. That's what I feel when I see that. I'm sure that, I'm not even going to get into it. What a, 18-year-old from Nebraska might think. I don't know. I might think what a moron as well. So, whatever.
But if she happens to be watching, very good. Appreciate your time. Very nice
you very
interview.
much.
I enjoyed it.